Hi coaches, welcome back to our Beachbody Coach Basics training series. Today is day number 6, and today I want to talk to you all about sharing versus selling. In Beachbody, that's one of the things that you're really going to hear a lot is that we want to share our products. We don't want to feel like we're selling products. And as somebody who joined this business thinking, I know nothing about sales, I'm not a saleswoman, this is just, I felt really icky about that portion of the business. And that's so common because a lot of people that sign up to become a Beachbody coach don't have really a sales background. But I have to encourage you that everybody in all walks of life are in sales in some form or other. You're always trying to sell yourself, whether it is to show your boss that you are doing a great job at your work, or if you're a teacher and you're trying to convince your students to wrap their brains around a concept and to join you and fall in love with a subject area that you want them to really, devour and get involved in. Sales is all around us. Maybe you're trying to sell somebody on the fact that you just found the best nail polish ever and they need to try it. That's sales in its finest form. You found a really great wine that you love and you just want to share it with everybody. Well, you're selling people on that wine. So selling is actually something that's part of our human nature. It's part of our everyday life. But that whole personality, what has gotten a bad rap, we've got to remove that from what we think when we think of selling. So rather than thinking of selling, you need to think about sharing. In this business, it's all about sharing. So if we do approach people when we have these communications and these interactions, if we do approach them as trying to sell them something, we're always going to come across as icky, as salesy, and it's just not going to reap the benefits that authenticity and sharing will reap. And let's go over that right now. So you have to understand that when you joined as a coach, that there's something about Beachbody that drew you in because it offered you something more than just the product. If you did one of our challenge packs and you drank Shakeology and you worked through a workout program and you got in the best shape of your life and maybe something about you transformed and it just sparked this desire to continue this journey, well, right there, that's because it's not just about a product. We've given you a better way of life. As Beachbody coaches, that's our job, is to show people that there is a better way of life out there, that they can be healthy, that they can be happy, that they can gain control back of their life. So it's one of those things that you just want to shout from the rooftops, that you want to let people know that, yes, I am doing something that's making me healthier, it's making me happier, and I want to share it with you. I want to show you how I did it because I'm just like you. I started out just like you with those doubts and with no money and I wasn't believing in myself, and look what I've created. And that's the mentality we need to have as coaches when we're sharing this journey with everybody else. Then are we there yet? Maybe not necessarily, but that this journey is taking us somewhere better than we could have ever been before. How can you make a difference as a Beachbody coach? That's your ultimate goal. How can you make a difference in one person's life today? Okay, so rather than trying to think, how many people can I sell a challenge pack to? No, how can I make a difference for somebody? And it starts with a couple of steps. So the first thing you want to consider is, are you putting the customer first over the product? When somebody approaches you and you're having an interaction, you're having a conversation, are you really listening to their needs? Are you really hearing what it is they're saying? Or are you already ready to recommend a challenge pack, already ready to recommend a product? Are you speaking over them? I encourage you to stop and to really listen to exactly what they need from you. One of the questions that you could ask them is, what are some of the biggest challenges you face in your health and fitness? If they say one of the biggest challenges for them is that they don't have any time, well, you've got the answer to that, because we've got so many programs that are awesome, that offer amazing results, but they don't drag out on and on and on. We've got 21-day fix, that's 30-minute workouts, and they're awesome. We've got T25, 25 minutes, and you're done. Insanity Max 30, same thing, 30 minutes. There are so many programs out there now that are so time-friendly that if somebody's talking about not having time, you can really really approach them on this angle that, oh my gosh, I totally understand because I personally don't have a lot of time. And you know what I've been doing? I've been doing this workout called 21 Day Fix. It's only 21 days. It's 30-minute workouts. They're fun. I barely even realized that the time went by. And you can be authentic and share what you've done. Maybe they say that, they are strapped for time with cooking and meal planning and prepping, and that, they just end up going to drive-through, getting fast food, and they don't like it, but it's just, that's their fast food option. Well, we have a better option. We have Shakeology. So if you listen to them and you truly hear that that's where they need help is they don't want to go to the drive-through anymore, but they need something fast on the go that provides them nutrition, you've got an answer. And also, if they tell you that, maybe they're like this yo-yo diet, or they're on again, off again, and they start it and then they lose interest, and that, they just don't have that accountability. Well, again, you have the answer to that, because our challenge groups, what we offer as coaches, our challenge groups offer that accountability and that support that ensure that our challengers, that our clients stay on track and they stay moving towards their goals throughout the time with you. So you have answers, but you have to listen to what they really need from you before you offer the answer. Not always is a challenge pack the answer for somebody. So you really have to listen to that. Maybe it's a financial obligation. So then we talk about the coaching opportunity, talk about the discounts that a coach, becoming a coach offers, and talk about what coaching has done in your financial situation. Maybe you have a story of maybe some financial security now that you've become a coach, that you can offer to them and show them that, yeah, you know what, I was strapped for cash too, and I just kind of put some faith forward, and here I am a coach, and now I got all this spending money. Again, share. Number 2, show that you're a coach rather than tell people that you're a coach. So this goes onto social media. If you feel like you are always just blasting what the promo is for the month, or you're just blasting, we're going to have a conference call about what coaching is, and join me, and you do these mass shout outs, I'm going to guess that you oftentimes don't really get as much response as you were hoping for. Now, it takes time to plant seeds. So as a coach, we have to show what we do as a coach all the time. You've got to be very consistent that you're a coach and this is what it's about. Post what you're learning in your personal development. As a coach, we have this incredible opportunity that one of the 3 vital behaviors, one of the things that we're supposed to do daily is to read to better ourselves. And I think that that's pretty incredible. That's the one thing about Beachbody that has given me more than the workouts, given me more than the invitation process. The personal development has guided my business to where it is today. Without personal development, I would lack a lot of confidence. I would be fearful and probably allow fear to just stifle me and stop me from getting to my goals. Personal development's allowed me to get beyond that, to set goals and to cross those barriers with confidence, knowing that I can do more than I originally thought I could. So post about what you're learning. Let people know what you're learning in your personal development. You can share health and fitness tips, because what that's going to do is it's going to brand you as the expert. Even if you're not, even if you're like, okay, I'm totally not a health and fitness expert, I barely know what to do with myself, fake it till you make it. Post about what you're doing in your health and fitness that's working for you. Post tips that you're learning along the way through your program, through your nutrition guide. Post about that. Share about that. So that when people start to think, when they get in a jam and they think, I don't know what to do, I'm not eating right, I'm not sticking to my workout, they're going to think of you. They're going to go to you because in the back of their mind, you're planting these seeds that you have answers to health and fitness problems. So post about that. Brag on your coaches in your downline and brag on your customers and your clients all the time. If you brag about them and you share the successes that they're seeing in your challenge groups, because remember, challenge groups and coach groups are behind the scenes. People aren't seeing that. So bring that to the forefront, bring that to the limelight, and show people what's happening in your business. What is this mom learning in terms of her health and juggling how to be a mom, how to be a wife, but also how to take care of herself. Maybe share some of those amazing, aha moments that are occurring. Transformation stories are big ones. Sharing results from your challenge group, because the proof is in the pudding. They can see you doing it till the cows come home, but the second they see your clients doing it too, they're going to start saying, oh wow, she's got something. There's something there. So share about what they're experiencing. Take pictures of you doing your job. If you're on a live webinar, snap a selfie of you on your live webinar and talk about, what you're learning in that webinar and how thankful you are for your team of like-minded individuals that you work with. If you're working in your business and, maybe you took some time to go to a coffee shop and work, take a picture of what you're doing. Show people what your work looks like, because the more that people see what you're doing in your work, the more they're going to say, that sounds like something I would like to do. And it makes those conversations over time less icky, because they've already seen what you're doing. It's not this thing that you just have to talk through and tell them. You're showing them. Let's see. Oh, it's just so important. Like I kind of just said, it's so important that they see what you're doing, because later, not everybody is going to approach you about this. This does not get you away from having to have one-on-one conversations with people at all. But the more that people see what you're doing, the more they're going to want to do it too. And then that's when people are going to start approaching you and coming to you for answers when they feel like they need help, whether it's fitness related or financially, coach or client. They're going to come to you because you've been sharing consistently, and they know that you're somebody that they can count on and trust for answers in that department. So let people see what you're doing. Closing, if you're doing these first two things, if you are showing that you're a coach rather than telling people that you're a coach, and if you're putting those customers first and really listening to those conversations, what do they really need from you as their coach? If you're doing that, closing your sales, the final step where you close that sale and they order that challenge pack or they order that program, it's not going to be that difficult. It's really not. When I first started, closing was really difficult because I spent a long time just talking, not listening. They didn't believe in what I was doing because I wasn't sharing about it. And so they didn't have a clear picture of what this was in their mind already. So I just had to kind of spit it out myself and really spin the wheels for them. Well, because I was working so hard for them, they were still skeptical. They didn't know. But when I started to really listen to my clients and what they needed, and I started really sharing, instead of telling people that I'm a coach, but really sharing about what being a coach really entails in my life and how it's transformed me. When I really started doing that, closing these sales, it wasn't hard at all, and it didn't feel icky. Most of the time, they actually want to close it before I'm ready to close it, because I just keep asking questions and I just keep talking to them and I just keep engaging them in how I can help meet their needs, and they're ready. They're ready to buy that challenge pack, or they're ready for that program. They've set their mind on this, and it doesn't make it difficult. It doesn't make it as hard to do. I guess for me, again, like I said in the very beginning, I'm not a salesperson. I never envisioned myself in sales. So that was the biggest hurdle, I think, initially that I had to get over. But I'm here to tell you that, again, it's not about the selling of these programs. It's about transforming lives the way that your life was transformed. If you feel like you benefited from the programs that you've tried, from the coach that believed in you, and you wanted to give back to others, fuel yourself with that fire daily. Give back to others. Start small. Set yourself on one person each day or one person a week that you're just going to wrap your arms around and love on, and take your time with that. But share, my friends. Sharing is the key to selling. I hope that helped today, and I can't wait for tomorrow for another Coach Basics.